Ma'am, you need to come with us.
Let's go!
What's up, guys? Spenny. Paperwork doesn't make you an American. Being an American makes you an American. What do I mean by that? Well, it's having common cause, culture, and harmony with your fellow citizens, believing the things that they believe, which the basis of this nation is obviously Christian moral principles like freedom of speech, thought, and association, like having an understanding that you should be good to those around you, not steal, loot, and plunder, not engage in cousin marriages or child brides, stuff like that, sectarian violence, tribal violence, and so on. All the things that happen in Somalia, where Ilhan Omar is from. That's just a matter of fact. Check the United Nations. United Nations says that because of all of those things, including the cousin marriages, that Somalia is the #1 worst place on earth to live. Now that means that it's the #1 worst place on earth to be from. So then somebody in politics is going to have to explain to me, because maybe I'm just dumb and went to community college, that like why we need infinity Somalians here then exactly. Like, wait, if they've destroyed Somalia, if that culture has destroyed Somalia, why have them here? This was on full display last night as President Trump asked Congress 2 critical questions. One, like, do you represent the criminal aliens of Somalia and every third world hellhole, and do you represent America? For that, Ilhan Omar screamed
Great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Let's see, the Democrats side of the aisle is glued to their seats.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You're deaf to it. You should be heard. You should be heard. Refugee. This is not the way refugees should behave, President Trump. Hitting back at both of them, Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, this morning, saying that they are low IQ and need to be sent back to where they come from as fast as possible. I guess Rashida Tlaib, that would be Gaza. When you watch low IQ Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib as they scream uncontrollably last night, the very elegant State of the Union, such an important and beautiful event, they had bulging, bloodshot eyes of crazy people, lunatics, mentally deranged, sick people, frankly, look like they should be institutionalized. When people can behave like that, knowing that they are crooked and corrupt politicians, so bad for our country, we should send them back to where they came from, as fast as possible. They can only damage the United States of America. They can do nothing to help it. They can actually get in a boat with Trump derangement Robert De Niro, another sick, demented person, I believe, an extremely low IQ. He has absolutely no idea what he's doing or saying, some of which are seriously criminal. When I watched him break down in tears last night, like a child would do. He did. Robert De Niro did cry. I realized that he may be even sicker than Rosie O'Donnell, who is right now in Ireland, trying to figure out how to come back to the United States. The only difference between De Niro and Rosie is she's probably somewhat smarter than him, well, which isn't saying much. The good news is that America is now bigger, better, richer, stronger than ever, driving them absolutely crazy, says Trump. Oh boy. Deport Rosie, which happened, self-deportation, and Robert De Niro and Ilhan Omar. I'd love to see Robert De Niro try and scrap a day in Somalia. I'd love that. Send Robert De Niro one day to Mogadishu, one day to Haiti. Just try it once. to some of these S-hole countries. Here we go. Not just Trump, other members of Congress calling for the deportation of Ilhan Omar. Randy Fine saying you should be deported. Ilhan Omar's revoke her citizenship and deport her. Congressman Randy Fine doing numbers on this. 1 million views, 6 million reposts. Ilhan Omar posted this. Donald Trump killed 2 of my constituents. He is a liar and should be ashamed of himself. No, he didn't. She locked comments, by the way. What does that tell you when you lock the comments? No, you didn't. 2 of your constituents charged law enforcement, armed law enforcement, behaved violently and threatened the lives of law enforcement. Try that anywhere. And it's going to end very, very poorly for you. This is what it is. Why hasn't she been deported? That's right. ASAP. Deport. She committed illegal immigration fraud. I don't understand why she's in this country. She's done nothing for the American people. Instead, she's consistently acts like she hates America. She doesn't act like that. She does hate America. If Americans are so bad, then get out. She should be deported already. Well, you know why? Because no other country on earth would be stupid enough to let her parasitically and her community parasitically run scams on the American people constantly to the tune of billions of dollars. Legislation that she passed, by the way. Soon, Ilhan Omar. That's right. We have the marriage certificate here. Soon. Marriage fraud is a federal crime. There will not be a happily ever after. Oh boy. Are they sending a message to Ilhan Omar here from DHS? Rep Comer. I'm demanding financial information from the companies linked to Ilhan Omar's husband. His company went from 51,000 to 30 million in 1 year. I wonder why. Somali fraud, obviously. You know, it's like you talk real big. It would really be nice to see this mouth, this yapper, talks real big for somebody who has some very credible reporting, DNA evidence, in fact. DNA evidence conclusively proves that Ilhan Omar, and then what they did was they used butts of cigarettes to get her DNA, to get the DNA of her brother. They matched it 99.99999%. Her second husband is her brother. Yeesh. Kind of look alike too, you know? Ilhan Omar did marry her brother, and she'd do what she had to do to get him papers, says Somali community leader. Oh no. Maybe this is why the White House is out. This White House is out sharing these articles. Are they preparing us for something? Donald Trump preparing us for something right here? I don't know. We'll see. A boy can dream, as they say. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Support Ilhan Omar.